All right, so this is February. This is what we're going to be doing next. So we are going to get our paper. And as before, we've always done it. Here it is. We have our paper. I know it's kind of blurry. Sorry. We're looking at our paper. And we have the 0 mark lined up there. We are going down to the 2 3/4, which is 3 of the longer tick marks. We're going to do it on this side too. 2 3/4. Go ahead and draw our line so that we have that. This is our guideline so that we can make sure that we are getting everything nice and even. We're going to zoom in here now. So our first step on this is going to be making sure we get our spacing correct for our stuff because we want to make it look good. I have my letters up here. That's what you're seeing. There we go. Nope. There we go. Focus. Right? So we are going to start over here with the F. You are going to want to make sure that you are drawing light so that we do not have to have this issue. We are going to have the Y over here. Right here is our middle of our paper, right? Our R is actually going to be fairly close to that line, and the U is actually going to be fairly close too. We have the E. It seems like a big space between the E and the F, but it is. And then here's our B, and then here's our A, and here's our other Y. So that is our spacing. So when we do this up here, we're going to make our skeleton letters. So we are going to start over here, and we're not going to be all the way at the top, but we're going to come over here and have a line here. And then we're going to go at a slight angle. Not a big one, just a slight. And then this one here is also going to be a slight angle. Our next letter is going to be the E, and it is going to be here. So we're going to draw our E. There's that part at an angle. It's going to come around, and it's going to kind of look like a heart. And then this here side's over here. The B is going to be up here. So we're going to have the line that goes down. And then we're going to have this line that goes up here. There's our B. The R is fairly close right here. See, we are right above our R. It's going to be a back line like this. And then you're going to come up and down. And it's going to come out and back like a heart. The U, honestly, it's just a U. It's pretty simple, nothing too fancy. The A is going to be, we're going to go up here and down, and then it's going to have this weird thing like that. Now our other R, normally we'd have it down here, but we're going to have it up here so that we have space to do that, and also the Y. So we're going to have our line here, going to come up. Oh, that's going to be a little bit higher. And again, here comes this way. Looks like a heart. It is smaller, so that's one of the things that we want to look at is we want to make sure that our second R is smaller than our first R. And then here is our Y, and it's going to be like that. So I'm going to zoom in even more so that you can see really clearly what we're doing here, and it's going to be easier for you. I'm going to clean up this line here that I did that thing. Note, you really do want to try and draw lightly so that you are not having to do a lot of heavy erasing, because this one you do have to do some erasing with. All right, we're going to start over here, and it's going to be a line that's going to come up and down and back up. So it's a nice swoop. I'm going to erase my guideline there. And then I'm going to have a line that's going to come from here, and it's going to go here, down. I'm going to curve it just a little bit more because I can, and I think it looks nicer. So there's that. Right over here, we're going to have a little curve here. And this here is going to kind of form around that E. So I'm making it go and mimic that shape. Sometimes it looks nice when we have things that fit in between other things. I'm going to erase the rest of my skeleton here for the F because I really don't need it. I'm going to go here and I'm going to come down and kick out. I'm going to be over here. I'm going to go down and kick out down there to that line. We're going to have a little line right here. And this here's a curve that goes back down that way. This here up here, we're going to take it and curve it a little bit more. And then this here part, we're going to come around just like that. Gives it that little fancy look. We're also going to erase this part right here because we don't need it. So, trying to clean up my lines so it looks easier to read. Now, this other line here is going to be going, we're going to start here. And we're going to do a little curve there, and then it's up. And now I'm going to make a backwards S. So we're going to go forwards, backwards, curve. Okay, there's that part. This next part is going to go here, and it's going to go down, and it's going to come up, and then I'm going to match this just like that. This is going to have a little curve here, and then a little curve there. Now I can erase this part right here in this F because it does go over the front part. The next part is I need to make this look like it's shooting through the F. So I'm going to do a curve here. And then I'm going to do the curve right back there. To make it look like it's going through, I'm going to erase the vertical line on the left and the horizontal lines on the right. And you have what looks like it's cutting through. So there is the F. Let's move on to the E. The E, remember what I said about how this kind of fits around here? We're going to take this and go just a little bit lower and bring it up. Try and make a nice even line. Make it a little rounder. If it hits that, that's okay. And this is going to look like a heart. I like hearts. That's why we're going to do it that way. We're going to have a little rounded V. And I am going to erase my entire skeleton here because I don't need it now. I want to clean it up and not have it here. We're going to make it look like a heart here. So I'm going to go here, and I'm going to go up and around and connect it to that area. What I'm trying to do here with my E is I'm going to try and make it mimic that shape. So I'm going to go here. And then I'm going to do another heart shape right there. And it's going to come down and back up. Kind of looks like a mustache. I'm right here. So I'm going to go up and down and connect. And I can erase this here part of that. So it looks all nice and neat. Right? This here, curving this up, going around. And there's my little thing. I'm going to guide it kind of. And it's going to come here, down. I'm going to go back over to this spot and go around and curve it. There's my E. I'm going to erase this part so you guys don't see it. That's how my E looks. Okay. If I'm going too fast on the video, note, you can always slow these videos down. All right, right back here on this here part, I am going to go and make a line that follows along and then does a little kick out there. And then I'm going to erase because I don't need it. I am going to be here and I'm going to come down and do a little kick out. I'm going to create my point like that and then back. Up here at the top, I am going to do a C that's small, kind of right there along my lettering. I like how that looks, so I'm going to bring it down to there. I'm going to erase this here part, and I'm going to erase this part because I don't like how that part looks. And then we're going to go here, and it's going to come up and it's going to curve that way. This here part, I'm going to bring it in, curve it, starting curving up. So it goes like this. And note I got really narrow here. And then it's going to go around back here. And then it's going to come up and make it wider there. This here is going to be kind of like a funky heart. So it's going to go there and there. So it's kind of a wiggle, not a heart, but it's still kind of heart-ish. I am going to do this line that's going to go back here. So I'm going to come back all the way up over here. And I'm going to make a curve that comes around, follows that shape, like that. And I'm going to have it connect to right there. I'm going to make another C right here. And I'm going to erase this leftover bit of my skeleton. This part up here is going to curve around. And then this here part here is going to come around like that. And this one is going to come around like that. That is your bee. Looking good. All right. Right here. Sorry, got to have a little humor for myself every once in a while. All right, we're going to do a line here. And then I'm going to erase this because I don't need it. It's there to guide me. You can still see it a little bit, so that still helps us out. I'm going to take this here line, and I'm going to exaggerate that curve all the way back like that. And this one here is going to be wide too, so I'm going to have this one that goes up, and I'm going to have it match right there. See how it matches? And then it's going to go back out. It's kind of it's a very slightly curved line, but it'll work. I'm going to have this here go down like that, and then like that. So there's those two. Next, I'm going to erase this here part. It's going to be similar, but I want mine just slightly different. That's why I'm erasing it. I'm going to start back here, and I'm going to go a smooth up, a little bit further out, and down, just like that. I am going to take and be right here, so it's going to be narrow, and I'm going to go up and around and back. Now the thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to create an S curve. So I'm going to start here, and it's going to go here this way, and then it's going to curve like that. It also kind of looks like a lasso. This here part back here is going to curve down, and it's going to come back and connect. I'm going to erase these vertical lines. Sorry, erased everything there. Redraw it in. And there we have, this is going over it. Right here, I'm going to create my little cut through. So I'm going to go and make this curve like that. And then this one here is going to go back like that. I am going to erase the vertical line over on this side. So we have just these lines here. And the horizontals on this side. So it has just these lines here. Down here, I'm going to start actually by erasing my leg. It's still there to guide me. I can still see it. That's helpful. And I'm going to go over here just like I did with the E. And I'm going to make myself a heart. I'm going to erase that line there. We don't need it. And it's going to be a little V, right like that. This here, I'm going to come here and do this curve right here like that, so that I know that's what I want. I'm going to come up here and come out and connect. I'm going to erase that little line right there below it, because that's all connected. My next thing is I'm going to come back up here. I'm going to curve out, matching the line that I have there, right like that. And this one's going to come here and curve around. Voila. All right, now it's the U. I'm going to be starting all the way up here. And I'm going to take this, and I'm going to go down, making a curve. I want to keep it wide and up. I am going to erase my skeleton because it is so much in the way. We don't want that. No, 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 no. All right, there's that. I'm going to be over here, down below. I'm going to take a curve in. I'm going to drop down below it just a little bit to make it wider. And then I'm going to actually make this wider on this side also. So there's that. This here curves back, then goes up here, and makes a nice soft curve right there. I'm going to take this here, and I'm going to go up like so. And then I'm going to curve back. And I am actually, in this case, probably going to run into my R a little bit. That's okay. For this, I'm trying to round that out so it looks better. I'm going to be making another S curve. So here we're coming around this way. And then it's going to go small here. And there. I'm also going to make this so it comes around and curves again. I'm going to erase my lines here because I'll be going over them anyways. Right here, we're going to take this and we're going to come out and make it go here. Come around a little bit. Just like that. I'm going to erase these vertical lines that were there so it looks like this here ribbon, this little snake bit is going over it. And we're going to create our cutout here. So this one, it curves like this. And then this one here goes right there behind it. Erase the vertical line on the left and the horizontal lines on the right so that you have it looking like it's cutting through. There's your U. All right, the A. Now this one here, we are going to do some extra erasing, so just beware. We're going to make a little curve right here, just like that. And then it's going to come up and down and kick out. And we are going to erase the entire skeleton because we don't need it. You'll still be able to kind of see it on my video. I'm going to fix this up here so it looks nicer. All right. We are going to then go from here and we're going to go up and like this. And we're going to follow that curve, just kind of getting smaller as we get up there. We're going to have a little in curve there and an in curve there. Now with this, we want to make sure that it's smooth in its transition. So I'm actually going to start here on my curve and come down like that. I'm going to keep going out and I'm going to go back by coming here like that. I'm also going to do a little backwards S here, right there. To make this look smooth again, I'm going to start here. And I'm going narrow, 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 start curving, make it wider there, and then narrow back. And we're going to continue to connect right there like that. Erase this part so it looks all nice and pretty. And erase this part. Oh, wait. I will in just a moment. Sorry. We're going to do our cutout right here like that. And this side goes on this side. And again, we erase our vertical here so it looks like it's in the front. And our horizontals in the back so it looks like this part of it is in front of that cutout. There is our A. Our R. Just like the last one before, just a little bit smaller. So I'm going to go all the way up here to the top. And I'm going to make a line that comes down, maybe not as curved and exaggerated, but there it is. I'm going to do my other one. It's going to come here. It's going to come here like this, and then a slight flare out. We're going to go down like that. And I'm going to erase my skeleton because it's doing nothing but making more confusing lines. All right, sorry about that. Had a little bit of voice issues. All right, we're going to go here. This is going to go just like we did before. It's going to go up and back. And then we're going to go here and we're going to go narrow, up, and then back. This is going to then again do that S curve. So it's going to go this way and then like that. This one is going to come back and connect. These ones down here, we erase the vertical lines in there so it looks like it's in front. We're going to create our little cut through right here. So it goes there, just like so. Again, erase the vertical line on the left and the horizontals on the right. I erased a little bit more, so I got to redraw that in there real quick so it looks good. There's that. I'm going to erase the bottom leg of this R so it's not there. You can still see it, which is, you know, good. And just like we've done before with the hearts, we're going to come over here. We're just going to make it a little bit smaller because we want to have some space here. And again, it comes up with a V. And then this here comes out like that. We're going to bring this out to connect like that and erase this here line. So there we go. This here, we're going to come out, make it match like that. This is going to come around and like that. There is our second R. We're on our last letter. Hooray, hooray. So I am actually going to erase my skeleton there because I need to see what's going on here with the whole section. I am way up here at the top. It helps if I actually give you the top, right? And it's going to be a curve back like this. And then it's going to come down and curve a little bit here like that. I'm going to be down over here, and I'm going to go back, and I'm following that curve. I'm going to go narrow, make it look wider, and then I come this way. To make my life easier, I'm going to rotate my paper, because right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to be drawing a heart right here. So I'm going to have this here part of the heart that connects there, and this here part that goes like this. So I can see that. This here is going to come up, narrow, and create the inside of that heart. It's easier for me to draw it like that, so that is why I turned my paper. We're going to go back over here. We're going to have a curve in, and then a curve in, and connect up. And then what we're going to do here now is we're going to do this next part. So this next part is going to be erasing this. And this Y does have a weird funky thing to it because why not? We're going to go here and bring it down. And it's going to curve and go straight. Over here now, I'm going to do a backwards S. Down here. Right here's where I'm at. We're going to curve down and make it narrow and just keep getting skinnier. We're going to make our cutout here. So we're going to curve this way. And then here's this other side. Remember to erase the vertical on the left and erase the horizontal on the right. This is where we're going to make something a little different here. I'm going to take this and I'm going to make a line that goes from here and curves around. Yes, I go over my little bottom of my Y there. That's okay. I did it in my original, but that's okay. I am now. So this is going to come up and connect like that. Here, I'm right here. I'm going to go down and connect to that line. Right here is going to be part and then soft. There is the lettering for February. Now, let's talk about the number spacing for the month. So, we're going to erase our guide letters. I always get asked, why do we do guide letters? It helps me space things out. It lets me know where I need to have my skeleton so that when I'm doing my other stuff, I can space it out evenly. There are times when I will use it and change it completely, but for this part, I've done the spacing for you, so that's why we do it. February has 11 days. So we're going to take our 0 mark, line it up with the edge of the paper. We're going to go over 2 3/4. And then we're going to go over 5 1/2, which is 2 of the long tick marks. Move that down the paper. Draw a line on the bottom here because we are going to be erasing. So 2 and then 1, 2, 3 of the large tick marks. 5 and 2 of the large tick marks. Take our ruler. Draw our line. Draw our line. Then we're going to go and turn our paper sideways, lining our 0 line up with our guideline. We're going to make a mark of the 2, the 4, and the 6. Here we are. We're going to go down here. We're going to make the mark at the 2, the 4, and the 6. And then we just go ahead and draw our lines. This creates 12 spaces. So since we only need 11 spaces, we are actually going to erase one of the lines between. So we'll have a very large space right down here. So we'll have probably a larger drawing that day. That way we have it. Just like in some of the others, we have smaller drawings on those days. For that one, we'll just have a little bit of a larger one. Okay, the dates that we're going to be doing here are going to be 2, 3, 4. Next row is 5, 17. We're gone for a while. 18. Then the next row is 19, 23, 24. The last one is 25 and 26. So those are our dates for the month of February. Those are the Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. We're going to flip this over, and I'm going to just arbitrarily draw 3 spaces because there are 3 Fridays that we're going to draw on the back for February. It doesn't matter what yours look like. If you want to do something different, feel free to be your creative, awesome you. We're going to do a day for the 6th, the 20th, and the 27th. That is February, so good job. Proud of you. Good job.